What's up, fellow gamers? Kevin J2010 here, bringing you day 2 of MAGFest. Oh man, I just woke up because the fire alarm went off. Yay. So it's kind of like, I didn't even want to believe it at first. So first I hear like a bleep, bleep, and I was like, man, my alarm clock's really loud. That's gonna wake me up. But no, and then you start hearing attention, attention. We have detected a fire in the building. Please proceed to the nearest exit and whatever. And I was like, why? So I got up, grabbed my sweater, put on my shoes, made sure I had my wallet so I could get back in. Went down the stairs, and I'm on the 17th floor, so that sucked. Had to walk all those stairs. Went outside only to hear, oh, it was false alarm. Then I had to walk back. I got in the elevator at that point. Back up, and then I went back to lay down. I don't know if I want to lay down again, because now I was going to wake up in like an hour anyway, so there's no real point at this point. But yeah, so then I guess the next day is starting now. Sorry. Anyway. So today what do we got planned? We got JonTron autograph thing. I already got an autograph, so I think I might just go for a picture, if anything. Then 1 o'clock you got Game Grumps. And then at 7 we have Brenno Floss concert. And then after that, or maybe even before that, around at 5, the Happy Video Game Nerds doing a panel on how to make game reviews. So I might go to that. That's going to be a lot of fun actually if I go to that. So I'll do that. And then that would be my that could be my what am I trying to say? That would be today, I think. There's not much else really to do. But we'll see. We'll walk around, we'll see what's new at the merch. Everything's nicely charged up now, so that's good. Let me make sure my phone is fully charged. Yeah, it's fully charged now, and that means the DS, the camera, and all that is fully charged. So hopefully I can vlog more stuff this time. So anyway, that's today, and I'll see you guys later.
Like,
Is there, yeah, do we have any requests?
what I do?
Well, Triforce can get the first one. What's your request, Triforce? Final Battle?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Lord Ganondorf?
Ooh,
Alright, let me pull this up.
that's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna, do you guys have any more control over volume from the laptop? I mean, don't crank it up. Yeah.
Game Grumps
As
are
loud as you can go.
Game Grumps are a bit on
It's
the loud
okay, I'm
side.
gonna put it in,
Here, there's 3 of us, we'll fight over.
well, I'm gonna put it in VLC because I can like crank it up to 150%.
No.
Well,
No.
Do it. We will.
Do it. Do
This is
it.
the problem that you run into when everyone on your team knows something about sound. It's like, no, that's wrong.
all right. So one thing I want to do before we do this, no.
No.
Let me find it. I have it all in here. Okay. No. So one thing I'm going to do is just play, just so you guys have some reference, because some of you may not have heard the original in a while. Who's beaten Twilight Princess recently? Oh my goodness! Wow.
How about not recently?
This is for you guys.
Ever. I love that game.
You're gonna hit me. I've never played it. I need to find a copy. Because they have like the
They have really
It's amazing.
arms are really thin.
The Twilight Princess
And you're going-
soundtrack
you were
is
going-
actually really phenomenal. Like
you were
the
going
MIDI
to play it.
orchestration,
We'll go to the
but
marketplace and find a copy.
it's MIDI, so.
We will.
I've been meaning to for like years.
It's a good
Yeah.
day.
I mean, yeah, aside from the technical limitations of the software instruments, the music itself is gorgeous, and it's
It's gorgeous.
great to be able to hear it, you know, with a lot of live instruments as well as sample. How it was meant to be heard.
All right, guys. So here's the original.
That was
It's so loud.
One thing that we wanted to do with this music is tell a story, and so the music in Twilight Princess is branching. So depending on your actions, it changes. When you're pairing with Ganon, you're hearing some kind of nimble expressions of the hero's theme. As you push toward Ganon, it gets a little bit more heroic. As he pushes back toward you, it gets a little more desperate.
And when you knock him down, it goes dun 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 dun
Tell you a
dun.
little bit just about it before we press play.
Oh, so yeah, it goes through, you know, the standard version of it, but then it kind of draws back and you can kind of like feel them separating for a bit and like breathing for a while, like before they go in for the big clash where they meet up and, you know, the swords kind of get together. I really wanted to like kind of bring out the struggle there as they're like pushing against each other, and you know the battle's kind of coming to a climax there. You know, until Link finally pushes him over the brink and beats the snot out of him.
So here we
He
go.
gets lockjaw when he dies.
is that you're a replica, but not a clone, unlike Irate Gamer.
Oh God, did we need to go there?
I just think that, well, when I watch Irate Gamer's
He's not.
when I watched Irate Gamer's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review, I think
Yeah.
he did more than James did. Like talking.
Right, but I don't know. He's asking about my Metalstorm video versus the Irate Gamers Ninja Turtles video. If you're not familiar with that, there's plenty of videos on YouTube that will dissect that. But I still feel like maybe I went about the Metalstorm video in a slightly less, I don't know, more classy way is the way to put it, more tactful way. I still don't know, I still don't think it's, I don't know, those days are behind me. I really don't care. I feel like I got my start. I mentioned on my DVD, like, I learned how to play guitar by covering Metallica songs. I used to know Metallica's One, almost all of that. And I feel like that's kind of what got me into writing music and playing guitar and eventually getting into piano and stuff like that. But I kind of all started by covering Metallica. I'm kind of where I am now because I covered James. He was kind of like my Metallica cover. But I really, after I did that, I did a couple other, I did like, you know, Shit Pickle, I did Neckbone, and I did the That Shape thing. I thought Neckbone was funny too, but actually no, it was, a lot of people hated Neckbone though.
I like him.
I did too. Bomb! But I realized like I kind of ran out of jokes for that. I got tired of it. How long could I keep that joke going before it just wasn't funny? And was it ever really funny to begin with? Some people would argue it never was, and they're not entirely wrong. So I think there's no shame in people have taken some of my material in polite, non-rude ways, and that's fine. But like, there's a point where you have got your footing, and you've kind of built your own foundation. Now it's time for you to move on to your own thing. Stay hungry, stay creative, and keep doing your own thing. I'll get you after he had a question first. Yeah.
First of all, it's been really cool so far and really informative. Anyways, the one thing I feel like I've been battling with, I've done a few videos so far, and surprisingly, most of the points you said I've avoided falling into, so I feel a little better. The one thing I'm worried about is time. Like, do you think there's a sweet spot for time, or you really think it's about how much material you think you have, and as long as the material is always good, it can be any kind of length. At least, you know, people always talk about how ADD this generation tends to be, and I always worry that maybe 10 or 15 minutes is maybe too long, maybe it should be 7 or 8 more concise. Maybe it doesn't matter. So
No, I had incredible anxiety about when I first did Earthbound. It ended up, I think that was 22 minutes. And my friend Ben Hall, we were really good friends at the time, and I even sent him the script. And I was like, is this too long? Is this boring? And he was like, there's a couple jokes and little things like, yeah, you should probably cut this, cut that, but no, it's fine. And I was like, okay, I don't know, because I'm doing a 20-minute video right here, all in one go, and I don't know if anyone's gonna be interested at all in that. And right away, everyone's like, not long enough. You didn't talk about this, you talk about that. Like, you know, the Starman.net community, they're great, but like, they got on my ass. You didn't talk about this, you talk about that, you were kind of vague on this. And this year I redid the Earthbound video again. It was 33 minutes. And I made that joke at the end, like, oh, I might have to redo this video again. And I did get a handful of reviews, or comments saying, oh, well, when you review it, when you redo it, here's what you should mention, because you talk about this, you talk about this. So if you make your scripts economical, if you make them interesting, if you can make a script too long and boring. But that's because I don't want to say you wrote it wrong, but perhaps you didn't approach it correctly. It's not like my shorter reviews get more views than my longer ones. I don't know. I've not studied the statistics much because, again, I don't really care much about straight views. But I've not found that longer reviews deter people from watching them. And also, some people get very, very famous doing Let's Plays, and they'll put up 20-minute videos, you know, twice a week or something like that. And I'm a huge fan of Giant Bomb, and they put up their quick looks, and sometimes they're an hour. I love their TNTs, where the Thursday night throwdowns, and they do that for 2-3 hours. And like sometimes we put that on in the background, and I'm writing, or I'm doing something else, I'm cleaning. You know, I watch that stuff in the background. They're hours long. There are some people that will comment on things you will talk about later in videos, and that's just going to happen. But to answer your question, like, no. I don't think you can really make a video too long. You can make it boring, but that doesn't mean it's long. You had a question?
I was gonna say with the jokes, I feel like with some of the people who are already popular and you find out about them and they're already starting to apex. Is there a way to kind of have a recurring joke, but in a way that people will still find it funny just because? I guess it kind of comes from.
There can be like a barrier to entry, like
Yeah.
a lot of inside jokes, and I don't think there's anything wrong with inside jokes, but I don't know that I'm the one to really ask.
I don't know, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe JonTron and stuff, like his delivery and stuff.
Doug did very well. The Nostalgia Crave has
Doug
tons
did.
of memes. One of them is a Chuck Norris thing, but that's his deal.
But he does it differently.
But like, I don't know that I'm really the one to ask, because
it seems
it's
like
just my prerogative to kind of. I throw in a joke or a goof here and there, but I don't really. My script is done when I feel like I've captured the game and I've captured my opinion.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why can't you cut your Earthbound video? Because I
Yeah. On a dark desert highway. Oh wait, sorry. You guys almost did that. Sorry, Mega Man. Eagles time. We grew up in Texas, man. It's true. It's true. I think we're all either from or have lived in Texas, right? All of us on stage. So, yeah. So hopefully that pleases you. I don't know why. All right.
I have a thing for Texans.
Here comes Mega Man 3, and we're gonna extend a little bit. We got a little bit of a medley for you, so get ready.
Probably just a longer
It's gonna be
version.
fun. Yes? Let's do
Two different colors.
The creation of Dr. Light, or Light with you are the man, also known as Rock Man. My Mega Man can touch the button, I'm a lucky amputee. Pow, pow! Get robot bosses, and devil, and rebel, and devil, feel their weaponry. Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man. Every dollar, no, my
What's up, Philly? New hat! End of the day, part of the vlog. So yeah, I'm in my pajama pants, as you can see. Pajama pants. And basically, the end of Friday is done. And man, it's only Friday. I still got a whole day tomorrow. And the day after that, I gotta leave. But it's gonna be done. So it's gonna be cool. What do I have to talk about today? Well, I know one thing. One thing that happened is day started. There was a fire alarm, as I talked about at the beginning of the vlog. And said day started. Got the vlog. I woke up. Fire alarm. Went downstairs about 7:30. No one down, or 8 o'clock. It's closer to like 8:30. Went down there. Got a bagel from the little bagel coffee shop going on. Didn't like it. I'm a fan of everything bagels with cream cheese. I don't know what they did to this bagel. Did not taste good at all. Might try a different one tomorrow, but it did not sit with me too well. I actually felt a little sick after eating it. And it wasn't the cream cheese. Because it was Philadelphia cream cheese, and that's what I use at home. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it didn't sit with me right because it was, there were a lot of cars out there? No, okay. That was weird. Sorry, because like from here, you see all those like dual lights going down there, right? And then I opened it, and then they're just street lights. But I thought there were cars for a second. I'm like, why are there so many cars on the road and they're not moving? But anyway, so yeah, and then I ran to JonTron. I told him, and he's like, I feel like I've seen you before. I'm like, yeah, we met in the hotel. It was kind of awkward, but you signed my game and you freaked out because I opened it. And he was like, oh yeah, I remember. Well, like you opened it in front of me, man. Like, how do I not forget that? And I'm like, well, I mean, like it's new. It was like it wasn't mint in box. There was packaged. That was the factory sealed. But like whatever, right? Anyway, and that was about it for that. Like there honestly wasn't much that happened. Like, what am I saying? A lot happened. Shook his hand, got a picture with him. Here's a picture. And while I was waiting in line to get the picture taken, a certain group of guys showed up. It was Continue Show. Oh my god. I like Continue Show. I don't fanboy about them like I do with JonTron, but they were cool guys. They were so happy. I was like a little bit like, I really feel like I should say a lot to these guys, but I don't know what I'm gonna say. So I'm going to they're definitely really cool. I got a picture with them, and right before I took the picture, I said, okay, I want all of you to be my bitches. And then they all started looking like that. Here's the picture. And yeah, it was cute. It was funny. I love those guys. And even afterwards, Nick kind of did one like, does it look like he's going for a blowjob? I love those guys. And then afterwards, after I got the signing, and we went and we looked around the merch a little bit, didn't do too much afterwards because nothing was really open. We went upstairs to go and went upstairs just to hang out, I think. Don't remember. Went upstairs, ran into them again. Paul recognized me, and Paul was like, oh, hey, man. And I'm like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? And I'm like, I love you, man. And I gave him a hug, and it was like a really, like, I gave him like a creeper hug. Cause I put my hands like around his waist, and like I stuck my nose like right into his neck, and I was just like, oh man, I love Continue. They're really cool guys. They're definitely one of my favorite guys to meet at a con. Because even John and Aaron, they, as much as cool as they are as people, they do still have that when you talk to them, and they still feel like they're just like, oh yeah, man, like I like what I did, and they'll talk to you, but you can tell like they have so many people. There's no way they're gonna like you, but like. Continue remembers me. Like, I know it wasn't that long, maybe like a half hour between when I saw them, when I got my picture, and when I went up there, but still, like, that's pretty cool. Anyway, and then, what happened after that? After that, ran into Missy and Emil coming out of a panel, which was nice, hung out with them for a little bit, went to the Twilight Symphony panel, where they showed off some of the music. They were going on at the exact same time as Game Grumps, but Game Grumps was lined up even more than Aaron, the Ego Raptor, and they were packed to the brim. They must have turned people away. And while we're listening to beautiful. And Zelda reorchestrated music. You hear coming from the other one, and you hear John's like, no, no, and it was funny. And I'm trying not to be too loud because it's actually 3:30 in the morning. Anyway, and that was that. It honestly wasn't much. Yeah, but it was a good panel. Like, I didn't know about ZREO, but I knew about PREO. Yeah, I actually knew about the Pokemon reorchestrated one more than the Zelda reorchestrated one, and the Zelda reorchestrated one seems like it's bigger and more put together. But I knew about Pokemon reorchestrated because the Lightning Spirit 78 showed him to me, and I loved his work. Braxton Burke, and I met him. He actually worked on one of the tracks on the Zelda reorchestrated. So because of that, I was like, yo, I want to shake your hand, man. And I did. I'm like, I love Pokemon reorchestrated. Like, I had to almost fanboy at him, even though he's not really, he's like a one-man band. He's one guy, and he's made he did the entire Red and Blue soundtrack reorchestrated. Like, that's amazing. Anyway, I think that was about it for the people. We ran into Derek Alexander, the Happy Video Game Nerd. That guy is cool. I love that guy. He will talk to you like you're a person. He was by far the best person to meet at a convention because you can talk to him like he's a person. He came over, and when we were done talking, he said, hey, you want to go play some games? And we got to walk over and play some games at the friggin' in the console free play. Like, man, he's a really cool dude. Like, we got a little shout out on Twitter, which was nice. I shook his hand. We went to his panel afterwards, which was his little one about how to make game reviews. And you know, I really want to get into game reviews. It's like what I want to do. It's just hard to record all of it. And the other problem is, part of it was recording, and the other part is the writing. And because I went to the panel, he said, like, if you want to do reviews, you really, like, skits and being funny is good, but you should really try. Like, you can get away with just saying why you like the game. You don't have to just relay your experience. It's about it's like a after view almost, right? So that's kind of what it is, and that's why I really liked it. Like, he just seemed to speak to me in that way, and it was an 1.5-hour panel, and he filled it up, and it was pretty good. Anyway, and that was it for all the panels we went to afterwards. Say and Emil met up with us again. It was more just me, actually, at that point, because before it was like me, Jacqueline, and a bunch of us. We went to, where did we go? We went to the Twilight Symphony after hours, and what they do is they just played the entire CD, beginning to finish. And yeah, like, it was really cool. Like, they played the whole thing beginning to end, and that's all they need to do. They played that, and we just kind of talked. You could talk to them if you wanted to, which was really cool. And I met one of them. His name was Wayne, I think. I feel bad, I don't know his name. It was Wayne, yeah. And him and I, we kind of got to, I told him, like, it's Twilight Princess. And as you know, that's my favorite Zelda game, and up there for my favorite game of all time, because it just really played a big part of my life for the Let's Play, and even when I first played it. Like, I just remember, that was a really vivid time in my life. And I remember, like, all of it. Like, I just think back to every part in that game. Like, I just remember, oh yeah, I got stuck in that dungeon. I remember, because this puzzle is like, it doesn't work right. And then I remember that boss, and the boss kind of reminded me of this, but it was kind of easy, and I remembered all of it. It was cool. Anyway. And he was cool, and he shook my hand, and I told him, like, Ilia's theme is... Ilia's theme. That is the song for me, is Ilia's theme. I love Ilia's theme. Like, not the reorchestrated version in general, like, just that song. I love it. It gives me goosebumps. Ilia, although she's not one of my favorite characters, I do like the conflict, not the conflict, but the love interest between Link and her. And, because it kind of reminds me of a special someone, and that's why I really like it. And, if you're watching, I love you. It's awkward. Anyway, Anyways, it's time for the best part of the day, swag time. Let's see what we got at swag. Let's see what kind of swag we got. So, I feel kind of bad 'cause I spent a lot today. I should still be okay. Don't worry, like I wouldn't go broke. I was pretty smart with what I got. Open up my bag here. Let's see what we got. So, to recap what I've gotten so far. I've gotten Shadow Squadron for the 32X, signed by JonTron. We got Skies of Arcadia for the Dreamcast. I do not have a Dreamcast, but I'm really considering buying one just to be able to play it, even though it's, as you can see, it is 2 discs. As you can see there. And, oh man, the instructions. Oh, just me, you love reading instructions manuals. For me, it was a big thing when I was a kid. And I was coming home from the movie store, and oh God, freaking get in there. Anyway, it was a big thing for me as a kid when I was playing, whenever I rent video games from the store. If I had the instructions manual, I would read it on the way home, just to have a good time. Anyway, and then we have that, the Star Fox manual, and that Sunshine manual, and Miss A's Kirby. It's like the cutest thing. It wasn't given specifically to me. She's giving it to everyone. Anyway, so the stuff I got today. This in my hand I can't show you, but that's the flash of it you're going to get, because it's actually a gift for someone. And I don't want her to see it. Anyway, got this shirt from the Shark Robot booth. Sorry, I'm getting ready. There it is. It's a transmutation circle. This humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. That was alchemy's this is the first law of alchemy. Back then, we believed to be the world's one and only truth. Anyway, it's glow in the dark. Got it from Shark Robot. I love Full Metal Alchemist. I figured there's a really awesome Zelda shirt, and it was like Link, and he made these really cute faces. Like, she's real pushing. He's like, you call me Zelda one more time. And it was really cute. It was the cutest thing. I liked it. Anyway, went to Fangamer. So yeah, I got that. You can't see what it was. I don't even know what it was. Just got a Lucas shirt. I don't know. I like Lucas a lot. Anyway, I went to Think Geek. Got a free shirt. They got a free shirt. Give me a free freaking shirt, man. That's awesome. Is that it? That's all I got? Man, I didn't get much today. Oh, and then because what I gave Miss A for Christmas will never be seen by any of you. And it's not really a big thing. What I did get her today, I got her something extra, just because I feel like I was there and I did want to get her something. So I got her something a little extra, and what I got her a little bit extra it was kind of a troll gift. Because when we were in the arcade on the first day, I told her like, hey look, DDR. And she's like, you should play it. I'm like, I'll play it if you play it. And then she never got back to it, but she kind of sounded like she was interested for a second. So what I ended up doing is I actually bought her the DDR Mario mix. And I just bought it for her. I'm like, she might find it funny. So I gave it to her, and she's like, oh, thank you, and whatever, and that was it. So it wasn't a big gift. Oh yeah, and I got the hat. Got it instantly because it had the Maple Leaf on it. And it was like, you know what, I'm Canadian, and I'm wearing an American Eagle sweater right now. So I gotta show off Canadian pride just a little bit, and that's why I got that hat. And I like it. As much as I like wearing those cloth hats, like the Sonic one I got at PAX Prime, it's just weird to me. Not having like the hat that I normally wear on my head, but whatever. This day is done. Tomorrow, what am I doing? Tomorrow is a weird day. Because usually Saturday is the busiest day, but today, it is technically today now at the time I'm recording this, but Saturday we got AVGN, we got JonTron at some time, I don't remember. I want to say it's not 5:30. It might be 4:30 to 5:30. Might be that, so I can sleep in tonight, but anyway. So we got JonTron, which I probably will go to that. Then, I gotta shave tomorrow too. Anyway. And then there's JonTron, and then after that, at 6, or is it 6? 5. At 5. There's AVGN and Brental Floss at the same time, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they gave them both. Like, that's really bad for Brental Floss. But whatever. So, yeah, so I decided
I could go to Brenafloss, and I'm probably gonna go to Brenafloss because I went to AVGN last year, and he's a cool guy. And honestly, if you come to these, he's not worth lining up for, in my opinion. I really like. He's a cool dude, but I would not line up for him. He's fun to talk to, but he has so many fans. But he is just a guy, and that's what makes him really cool. Is that he is just a guy. He's not like some big pompous dude, and you meet him and you're like, yeah, I love your videos, but you're a dick in person. He's a really nice guy. He's just nothing special in person. Anyway, so that was today. Tomorrow is that. After that, and hopefully I will remember to vlog this, and I should. We are going out tomorrow for my day before my birthday get together. Because last year I didn't do anything for my birthday because I was here, and it kind of was my birthday gift to myself. This year I'm deciding I love all the people I know here, because these friends are something different than I have at home. Like, I don't know, nothing against my friends at home. So if any of you are watching this, like, you guys are cool, but it's just like, there's something about these guys. Like, they are truly, truly into exactly what I'm into. Because when you have friends from high school and elementary school, you like what they like, some of the things you like, and you like some of the things they like. So you're kind of 50-50 on it. And like, they'll do things that you're kind of against, but that's because they have friends who do that, and that's what they like more and stuff. Like, for example, drinking. I don't like drinking, but there's a lot of people here who drink, but there's a lot of my friends who don't. And I don't know, it's just because they are honestly my best friends. Like, Miss St. Ella is my best friend. So it's really cool. Just like, I want to have like a birthday party with her there, because it's cool. And then you got Shinjin. She's a great friend, a lot better than a lot of my other friends. She's younger too, which is cool. Like, I mean, it's fun to hang out with people who know, like, who are into exactly what I'm into. Emil's fun to hang out with. When I run into ALG, and I've been hanging out a little bit. Who else was it? Oh, there's somebody else who did a really good job. Oh, I went to Brenafloss concert today too. Here's some footage of that. Anyway. Completely forgot about that. Anyway. And then finally, the last thing we did was that. And yeah, they're just like, they're my best friends, and I like spending time with them. And that's why I wanted to take them out to dinner. I'm not taking them out. I'm not paying for it, mind you. We are just all going to split it. And we're just going to go to some bar, not a bar, but we're going to go to a restaurant. We're going to eat, and we're going to, if I have any gifts, I'll open them. Oh, by the way, thank you to, he didn't tell me his username, but I have one fan here. Yay, one fan. He tells me, like, I was like, oh yeah, I was watching your videos and stuff. Oh man, I love it. I love fans, man. Honestly, it means so much to me. Just one fan? Yes, one fan. Anyway, gave me a bootleg Pokemon Emerald. So whether it works or not, I don't know. But it was kind of like I got you something for your birthday sort of thing. That's what he said, so I don't really care. And like, the fact that he got me something is nice. And the fact that he remembered is extra nice, because I'm just a dude. Anyway. That's about it. I think that's it. So tomorrow we're going to go that. If they got me any gifts, I'll open them there. And hopefully I'll remember to vlog that. It's just going to be us getting dinner. And then afterwards, we're going to come back to my hotel room. Which I got to check this TV. Let's see if it has... Yes! It has composite on there. Yes. Yes! So I can actually... We can plug in the Wii U into that. We're going to plug the Wii U in. We're going to... And we're going to play Nintendo Land here in the hotel room. And that will most likely be vlogged. And it'll be a lot of fun because we're just recording some Wii... I've not been able to play Nintendo Land with people. So now I can finally do that. And yeah, so that's the end of the day. I'll see you guys all later today, sort of. Because it's technically now Saturday, but whatever. I might sleep in tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I got to email my mom because... My mom likes to keep an eye on me while I'm out here, so I'll email her and tell her, like, I'm okay, because I was supposed to do it when I got in, but then I didn't. And then I got a text from my brother when we were at, and then I got, like, a text from my brother at dinner, and he says like, "Have you emailed mom yet? She's getting really concerned." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll send her an email when I get back tonight. I kind of just forgot. It slipped my mind." Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys all later today. I'll see you guys all on Saturday, because Saturday morning is like Friday night. So whatever. See ya.